Mashellekar, I have two questions.
Okay.
How you define trailblazing with respect to leapfrogging and pole vaulting in defining inclusion? How you define trailblazing with respect to leapfrogging and pole vaulting in defining inclusion? Trailblazing. And my second question is, where you see basic science research and innovation heading in era of rapid digitization and loading innovation ecosystem?
Yeah, fine. We'll take 2-3 questions together because some of them may be overlap. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I come from micro and small industry sector.
Can you speak into the mic?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Mashellekar, for your wonderful insight into inclusivity. My question to you is, we have 1.4 billion people and 60% of the world innovation, that is the invisible innovation, is from our country. Why are we not able to produce that 60% invisible innovation into a world-class product?
Yes. Any other? Third question?
Yeah, we can't see the mics. Yeah, whoever has it,
This
please.
is Dr. Diwakar Goyal here. I am Chairman, Aero Company of Aviation Science and Management. Sir, we have learnt all your successful story, and it has made you as a role model, as a person who has created milestones, and definitely a legend in the field of science and a scientist. Can you recall any 3 failures in your life which you regret? Because I believe failures are important for success.
3 areas that you regret.
No. Just summarize all.
So we can take that, yeah. So 3 areas in your life that you regret. Innovations in India, why they don't become successful. And then was the other gentleman there. He was asking about tailblazing and how is it different from leapfrogging and pole vaulting.
I think the first question is, aspirations are your possibilities. If you keep them high, you can achieve them. All right? It's a question of aspirations. Let me illustrate that. When I became the director of National Chemical Laboratory in 1989, it was 2 years before liberalization. What were we doing? We were doing copying, we were doing reverse engineering. We used to call it import substitution. Okay? Anytime we did something which was ahead of the rest of the world, we found the Indian industry will say, but has Japan done it? Has US done it? Has Europe done it? So there was no confidence in that. So I remember on 1st June 1989, when I took over as a director, I had 1100 plus NCL family in our auditorium, and with a capacity of 560. So you can imagine the scenario. And I said, we'll make National Chemical Laboratory into International Chemical Laboratory. What does that mean? It means we have been beggars and borrowers, import substituting, copying, reverse engineering. We have been not followers, but fast followers. But that doesn't give me happiness. You know, we have to go beyond it. And therefore, when we create breakthrough ideas, if there is no Indian market, we'll create global market. And that was audacious. Because I said we'll license our patents. That was audacious because in 39 years, we did not have one US patent. And I remember that because I'm a polymer research guy, General Electric had created a breakthrough. I said we should be able to license to General Electric also. Okay? And I remember again a young fellow coming to me at the end and he says, sir, you talked about licensing our patents to General Electric, but do you realize that their R&D budget is 2.5 times India's R&D budget? And I remember saying, it is not the power of idea, power of budget that matters, it's the power of idea. And since you mentioned about General Electric, we'll take on General Electric. And I remember, this was in 1989. In 1991, 3 of our patents on solid-state polycondensation for polycarbonate, we licensed to close to $1 million. That was the reverse transfer of technology to a company who were number 1 in the world in that space. All right? Demonstrating the same people who are copying and reverse engineering were able to create breakthroughs which we could license. And that, of course, began the journey where Jack Welch said, if they are so good, why are we not there? And then the R&D center came up, Jack Welch R&D center came up, and the others came up. And today, there are more than 1,200 such R&D centers of top multinational companies, and some of them producing 1/3 of our sort of IP. The same people who couldn't create sort of IP. So I think it is a question of your having that desire to pole vault. And the same people with different aspirations will be able to do that. Lack of aspiration is not. That is, in one line, summarizes what we need to do. But while we are doing that, is it the time that we want, or is it the inclusion that we want? Do you want to see the face on the smile on the face of the people? And therefore, if you see each of these innovations that we have sort of funded, they're all based on breakthrough. Who says world-class products cannot be created? Just go and see those 13, they have gone to 12 countries, 16 countries, 40 countries. The last one that I talked about, 40 countries. If they're not world-class, do you think they will be taking it? And as I said, I don't believe in best practice, I believe in next practice. Next practice means ahead of the rest of the world. So please take that out from your mindset. It's an issue of a mindset that we can't do that. Let us leave that follower mindset. I trust the young people. I'm a dangerous optimist. I trust them. Please trust them. They will create breakthroughs. You know, we are talking about generative AI and so on and so forth. What are we going to do? There are great worries. I can tell you I'm connected with this George and Next corporate accelerator. We are focusing on AI and generative AI and so on and so forth. You cannot believe what some of our startups have come out with in terms of sort of breakthroughs. It's all happening. Please trust our young. That's the only uniform answer I will give to all questions.
Last answer to the gentleman.